check that out. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. Got my boy with me today where I'm on kid watching duty. This is Easton. He's my almost 21 months old buddy. 21-month-old son. And he's gonna do this video with me. So, as you guys know, I've switched in a lot of different camera gear. I've gone from different point and shoots to different interchangeable lens cameras, big cameras, small cameras, but I've kept a core set of cameras, typically Canon cameras because they're my favorite. And I did a video not too long ago about one camera, one lens for travel and photography. Was the Panasonic GX85, and it's fantastic. Cheap camera, just good image quality, stabilization, all those things. And today I've got something different for you guys because I was walking through Best Buy. I saw an open box item. You're not helping my monologue here. I'm back. So I was walking through Best Buy and I saw an open box item and I said to myself, that might be one of the most perfect, throw it in your pocket, run and gun, vlogging / photography cameras. For cheap. 300 bucks with kit lens, flip up screen. Now, no stabilization, no microphone input, and the user interface is kind of clunky. You guys already know I'm talking about Sony. This right here, guys, is the Sony a5100. It's not new. This thing's like 4 years old already, but if you think about it, this thing right here, if I take the lens off, is tiny. Look at this thing. Fits in my hand like this. This thing's tiny. And with the 16-50 kit power zoom lens, it still fits in my shorts pocket. That's actually where I just pulled it from, is in my shorts pocket. And so I'm actually traveling to Minnesota tomorrow. By the time you guys see this, it might be today. And I wanted a camera to take with me that I can do a little vlogging with, do a little photography with, still have an APS-C sensor for some decent depth of field and some decent low light, but not have to make it something that I have to bring with me. I'm filming this on my Canon 80D, also an APS-C sensor, and the size is night and day different. Totally different cameras, that being said. So, I am going to switch from this camera to this camera and do a little vlogging test to see if this 16-50 kit lens is good enough, how it looks, even with no image stabilization, and then take some photos. And then I have another lens, another pancake lens I want to compare this to. So let's turn this off and turn this on and do a little bit of a comparison. Alright, and I'm back, and I'm now on the Sony a5100 with the 16-50 kit lens. I've got it at 16 millimeters, which is a 24 millimeter equivalent, f3.5. I think there's a little crop in video. As you can tell, coming from the Canon, I was on the 10-18, which is a 16 millimeter equivalent. Quite a big difference there. Also, I had a Rode Video Micro. I'm trying to tell them about the Video Micro. I had a Rode Video Micro plugged into the Canon 80D. This is just the onboard stereo mics that are in the a5100, but again, if you're gonna keep it to just your pocket, this is what you'd have, so this is what it sounds like. So what I wanna do is I wanna take this camera off of the box that I've set up here, and I wanna do a little vlogging test. But before I go, I wanna prove to you guys, this camera, which is in basically brand new condition, only cost me $305. Check this out right here. Wait, is it upside down? It's upside down. $305. So, Easton, you wanna go for a little vlogging test? You wanna come with me? No? Okay. Okay. So right now I've got the a5100 with the kit 16-50 kit lens on. There is no IBIS or image stabilization in the body. I've got a set at f3.5. I'm letting the shutter speed do what it does. It's on aperture priority, and the ISO set to auto, so it's just doing whatever it's got to do. But I want to see how this thing does with the body having no IBIS, but the lens having this optical steady shot, because the lens I'm going to compare it to after this does not have optical steady shot, and I want to see the big difference. So let's go for a little walk. We'll see how it does with some of this light differences and compensation, stepping off that big step. And how does the audio sound? Is there wind noise? Is it compensating for this bright background? I'm walking, how's the camera shake? Is it wide enough? I mean, you guys tell me. I'm doing this for myself, but I'm sharing it with you guys because that's what I like to do. Now, one problem right now is I got the sun right in my eyes. I cannot see the screen. It's not very bright. It's got a reflective quality to it, so I can't tell if I'm really in frame or not, but I have a pretty good idea of how it is. So you guys tell me, on this quick vlogging test, is it keeping me in focus? Keep me in focus? Is the image quality good enough? Is the stabilization usable? Is the audio okay? As I go into the shades here, does it pick up and compensate for my face? Now, of course, I can change the metering. It's an evaluative right now, and if I went to spot metering, it would meter for my face a lot better, but Anyways, you guys tell me, is this thing good or is it not? And let's see what it looks like compared to a different lens that I'm gonna get very soon. I'm waiting for the Amazon Prime truck to show up. It's gonna be on the Amazon Prime truck. And it's probably the lens I'm gonna take with me on a trip and use for the second part of this video, which I'll do after this. So tell me real quick, a5100 compared to my Canon, how's it look, how's the colors, and is this thing usable? All right, welcome back to the second part of this video. It's like 5 hours later. I've got my family with me over here in the corner. They're not so pumped about the fact that I'm doing this right now, but it's the second part of this video. Amazon took a while to get here, and I wanted to show you this other lens I'm looking at. This is the 20mm f2.8 pancake lens, and let me put this up right here. You see this? Thing's tiny. It's like smaller than the palm of my hand. It's not very thick. It's like a point and shoot. And even compared to the 16-50, which is a small lens, if you look, this sticks out from behind it. So this is a much smaller lens. So what I'm gonna do is I wanna see if 20mm, which is a 30mm equivalent field of view, is sufficient for vlogging in a pinch, and how much better optically this is. So I'm gonna switch over right now to the Sony, again for a quick little vlogging test with this 20mm f2.8, and let me know what you guys think. Alright, so this is the 20mm f2.8 lens. Now, like I said, the lighting's a lot different. It was sunny out, now it's raining, it's overcast, but I'm gonna go outside, and I'm curious about two things. One, how does the image look? I mean, just looking at the screen, you guys can tell I'm looking up at the screen right now, it looks a lot more contrasty. The colors and tones look a lot better to me just on the back of the camera screen. But if I walk and talk to you guys with this, is it wide enough? Is it too tight? The fact that the lens doesn't have stabilization, does it make it too shaky every time I take a step? Because for talking headpieces, no problem. But when I start walking, is it distracting? Also, it's really windy out right now, so if you guys are getting some wind clipping, I'm sorry, like I said, it's raining, so my apologies there. The autofocus, I think this is really good too. If you watch this, like, yeah, no problem at all. Autofocus is great. This camera does a good job, especially for a 4-year-old camera, $300. And this thing's pretty impressive. It can fit right in your pocket. The image quality looks pretty good. I don't know, let me guys think. 16-50 kit lens with the stabilization, but not as good image quality. It's a 3.5, or the 20mm f2.8 with the better image quality, better for low light, but no stabilization. Let me know what you guys think below. $300, this camera in your pocket. Not bad for a cheap camera. I'll see you guys next time. I've got this love condition, but I don't have a cure.